Hi everyone, this is Mohammed from Wait, I've Seen It Before. Before you listen to today's episode, I just wanted to put a disclaimer um, to the fact that we haven't published an episode for the past 2 weeks. Truth be told, we were working on a special 2021 in review episode. We did record it. It was almost finished, I guess, but in the end, we decided to uh, go against publishing it, and we stuck to the plan. Uh, Maybe in the future, I don't know. We're gonna talk about the movies we talked about on that episode again. Maybe I'll publish the episode in some way or format that it feels better because in all honesty, I was not happy with the final product and the quality. And while I am all for being a relaxed person, when something is bothering me, I'm not gonna let it, annoy me. And so that's the main reason we've had this 2 week hiatus. We are sorry if you're a frequent listener. We hope to continue our weekly schedule. Every Monday, you can hear us talk about 2 movies, or maybe more. And we want to continue this throughout the current new year, 2022. And I should say Happy New Year to everyone who celebrated it. I know we're very late, but we hope you have a good year full of great movies and, you know, great life. Thank you for listening again. I hope you enjoy this episode.
사랑해요, 아저씨.
Well,
Oh no, I just remembered.
what did you remember? Oh yeah. We'll get it. I remember that. Anyways, welcome to episode 5 of Wait, I've Seen It Before, YSIP. So far, we've had a science fiction movie, we've had a medieval fantasy, we had a superhero movie, we had an action thriller movie, and this is going to be a second action thriller movie.
In the same veins, but also very different.
Yeah, it's again a movie made by a foreign director, which was very acclaimed and had a good style.
Even more so than the
Cash
one,
Rock,
yeah,
yeah.
from episode before.
And then it came to America. It was given to a very stylized director, like incredibly stylized director. I will get to your thoughts on him because I know
Yeah,
you don't share my love of Spike Lee, but it was downgraded incredibly. But the thing is, did Wrath of Man have nudity? I don't remember.
No,
Not even male nudity.
as far as I remember, maybe no. I
No.
can't remember.
Well, this one has.
A lot.
So, yeah. Let's talk about father fucking. Okay.
what the fuck?
I've been thinking about that the whole ride here. Like, it took 9 minutes from my house to yours, and
Sorry. Spoiler alert!
yeah, let's talk about fatherfucking. In case of Spike Lee's movie, it's double fatherfucking.
Yeah, this episode is about one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know about you.
I really love it. I think it's Park Chan-wook's.
Yeah, obviously
Best.
we're not talking about
Oh yeah, yeah.
Spike Lee's Oldboy.
It's Spike Lee's Oldboy. It's one of his best movies. Like, fuck, do the right thing. It's.
Oh man. Oh god.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna eat a candy.
What? That's some ASMR shit.
Yeah.
What flavor is it? Strawberry?
Raspberry.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I think it becomes Tamesh? No. Tameshki is
No, you can just see.
no, it just says raspberry. That's the problem.
Yeah, cunt.
You can't.
Whatever.
Okay. Oldboy. First of all, before we start, what was your first Park Chan-wook movie?
It was Oldboy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first time. Some of you may know, others may not. I am a big gamer, and so I used to buy these magazines called Bazirayane, which were about games, and it wrote a preview for a game called Prototype. I don't know if you remember that game.
I remember Saints Row 4, which was based on Prototype.
So in that preview, there was the name of a movie. Accidentally enough, it was Oldboy, and it was written as this masterpiece in revenge cinema, revenge storytelling in general. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna see it. And after seeing it, and considering I was, I think, 14 or 15 back then,
Oh, God.
I was like, what the fuck? And for today, I'm even more what the fuck, because as you gain experience, you just realize how sick and fucked up this whole story is.
Yep.
And
you can't blame it on the Japanese for the first time. It's Korean's fault.
yeah, Oldboy is based on the manga, I think.
But it's not. The story is not the same.
Yeah,
It doesn't have the incest.
Which.
It's a big theme, by the way. This is gonna be an incest-heavy episode.
It is going to. I don't know if you know this or not, but Park Chan-wook is quite hated in his home country.
Because of incest?
Yeah.
He did incest?
Huh?
Did he?
No, but the fact that, in a country that is quite tame with their, family and relationships like that, you make a movie where the brother and the sister are fucking each other. It's kind of...
On the nose.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyways, yeah, I saw it around 10 years ago, and again, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And I have seen it on and off again for the past couple of years. Not as much as some other movies, but it's definitely on my at least top 100. Definitely top 50 even.
I understand.
And I really do love Park Chan-wook. I think he is a fantastic director.
He is a fantastic director.
His work...
He's better than Bong Joon-ho.
Irfan thinks so too.
What?
Irfan thinks so too.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I do think they are quite different from each other. Yeah. Like, one is quite the clown. Bong Joon-ho is quite the absurdist, in contrast to
Park Chan-wook.
Yeah.
They're like, I think in a way they're like Haneke and Tarantino. One of them is having fun. The other one is like really.
If you want to compare, again, I'm going to reference my friend Irfan. He compared them to Spielberg and Scorsese. Like, one of them is more mainstream. The other is more personal and intense.
Yeah, I understand. Speaking of Spielberg, we will get to Spielberg.
Yeah, we will get to Spielberg.
I mean, I'm hoping. I don't know what our next episode is going to be. I think it's going to be the end of the year one. Is that correct?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I haven't planned it out.
We should have checked the calendar before we started recording. But at some point we need to talk about Spielberg because his movie is gonna come out.
Yeah.
The West Side Story.
We'll definitely talk about West Side
Yeah.
Story.
By the way, rest in peace, Steven Sondheim.
Great man.
Great man. Anyways, my first movie of Park Chan-wook was Stoker, which I first saw thinking, oh, it's a biography of Bram Stoker, which it wasn't, for those of you who don't know. And I love Bram Stoker. I love Dracula. And so I was very excited about it, and then it wasn't. Then I said, okay, let's see what the movie is about. It was really good. Then I watched Lady Vengeance. Then I watched Oldboy. I think Oldboy is my favorite of his movies. I've seen a bunch of others too. I've seen
the only one I haven't seen yet is JSA, his second movie.
I haven't seen First, which you told me to see.
I think you're gonna really like it.
Yeah, I know it's vampires and stuff,
Yeah.
and I love vampires. I watched the Vengeance trilogy, which Oldboy is part of it. I think Oldboy is, it's a movie that is the movie of his that I have come back to more than others.
For me, it's between this and Handmaiden.
Handmaiden is really good.
I like Handmaiden for maybe more personal reasons.
You sick fuck. Okay.
Thank you. But
I mean,
both again,
I can't call you that because I watched the incest one and I say, yeah, this is the one I like.
I think both of them are phenomenal cinema in every
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I think in terms of direction, Handmaiden is a bit more mature because
I agree, but at the same time, I think it's less fun.
it's okay. Yeah, I get it.
Oldboy is much more fun in what it does. Like, there are a lot of stuff in this movie I love. The scene with the hammer where they do a line to...
Yeah, the head of the other dude
Yeah.
is trying to murder.
First of all, this is a very postmodernistic movie.
All of his movies are though.
Not all of them. Like, Handmaiden isn't... Stoker isn't very postmodernistic.
Not necessarily okay, yeah. But I do think in general he's very postmodern
Yeah.
director.
Which is weird when we get to Spike Lee, because Spike Lee is also a very postmodernistic director.
Yeah.
But his movie is like... It's incredibly classical.
We're not going to talk about it yet. No.
Yeah.
I
We'll get
refuse
to
to
that.
talk about it until we
Officially talk about it.
Yeah. Where do we start?
The father fucking...
I'm gonna go do a really fast synopsis. So, Oldboy is a story about a man who is imprisoned by an unknown person for
what his name was?
Otesu.
Otesu.
Yeah,
You need to... I'm sorry, we're watching...
Odesu.
no,
which-
it's Otesu. They say...
Yeah,
We're gonna mispronounce a lot of stuff here. Which is weird, because we didn't mispronounce a lot of stuff in our Cash Track episode. And that one had all the French name.
yeah, but I kind of knew. One of the things that I forgot to mention in the episode before is that Kasha kind of made me depressed because
Oh, yeah.
no, not for the reason you
Oh.
think, because I thought my French was still good. It wasn't. I did not understand many dialogues that I thought I would. Anyways,
I'm sorry to hear that. But on the bright side of it, you're removing that disgusting shit from your brain involuntarily. By disgusting shit, I mean French, not fatherfucking.
and we have our French burn of the episode.
French burn of the episode. We didn't have one for the last one.
I mean,
Which was
the
about...
whole, the whole movie was
Yeah.
French.
Anyways,
Anyways, yeah.
there's this guy, Otesu.
Otesu, whatever.
Okay.
He is in prison for 15 years. He gets out, and he tries to find who did this.
That's a great synopsis.
Because that is the brilliance, I think, of Oldboy. Like,
Yeah.
for the movie is around 2 hours, and for an hour and a half, like till the third act, it's pretty much a straightforward revenge story. Like, there's not many twists.
It's a
to it.
revenge mystery because we don't know what is going to happen. We don't know who did it. we are with the character. We don't know who did it, why he did it, where he did it, when he did it.
Yeah. And then revenge mystery, as
Yeah.
Ali said.
They call it a neo-noir, which I guess it can be. The idea that kind of throws me off is that noirs are usually classified because of their femme fatale, and this movie really doesn't have a femme fatale. It has a male fatale. It has a mask fatale. But
Yeah, as I was talking...
oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I lost the thread a bit. But the genius is that it's pretty much a straightforward revenge mystery until the final half hour, which the crazy meter goes fucked on up.
Yeah.
And everything just collapses on itself.
Yeah.
By the way, spoiler alert from now on.
Like, we haven't spoiled it yet. We talked about brothers and sisters fucking, about fathers fucking.
Yeah, maybe we should have done that sooner.
I mean, I'm assuming if you're... By the way, Oldboy is very old. Like, it's 2003.
Yeah, it's
at this
18
point, you
years
have
ago.
to just know about it.
And so...
And if you haven't known about it, you should still go and watch it, I think.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's worth
not
it.
one of those movies where if you're spoiled, you're like, yeah. The whole premise relies on the twist.
It's not fun. The twist isn't actually that twisty. You know what I mean?
I think it isn't. It's the aftermath that makes it so...
Yeah.
Like, my favorite scene of the movie is definitely... It's not the fight. Yeah, it's the tongue cutting scene.
That scene made... It's still... When I rewatched it for this episode, I still couldn't look at the screen when
Me
that
neither.
happened.
It's so haunting. It's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
The movie isn't gory, by the way. As much as violent as it is, it's not very gory.
No,
They
it
don't
doesn't show it that
anything.
much.
They
Yeah.
just imply a lot of stuff. I mean, they show incest, but they're actors. It's not like Woody Allen, which did actual incest. I think so.
You're not so sure.
Yes, things are weird, man.
There's some... Oh God, there's so many good things to talk about here.
Yeah. Let's start with the cast, which I think did great.
Do you really want to pronounce their names? It's Choi Min-sik.
Choi Min-sik, which, okay, I'm gonna sound incredibly racist. Kinda looks like Jackie Chan in the movie.
I think that was a point. Like,
with the hair and the goatee, he kind of looked like Jackie Chan, and which made it funnier for me to imagine that it is Jackie Chan fucking his daughter. But
that would have been funny.
then there is Yuji Tae, which is the villain guy.
He is really good.
He's really good, and he's kind of
Like-
pretty.
His smugness, especially again at those final scenes
Yeah.
when Odesu thinks he's won, he has, found the mystery, but then he's like, yeah, no, dude.
You have no idea. I even like the remote thing when it's like, yeah, it's gonna kill me, but nope. It just plays the audio.
It's not the whole thing. It's the small things that count. Like, there's this incredible scene. So after the father fucking,
Yeah.
the
The
room.
fatherfucking is in the middle of the movie. Though.
Yeah,
We just don't know it's fatherfucking.
Yeah, we don't know it yet. And that's the genius. So we don't know it yet. And then the room is gassed, and the villain dude, Lee.
Lee.
Yeah, we just call him Lee.
Yeah.
He.
Okay, I'm sorry for saying that. Aren't Korean names like the last name first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
Lee is like the family name.
Yeah.
So-
Oh my God, the families with Christopher Lee.
Probably not.
Did Christopher Lee did fatherfucking? I don't.
Probably not again. So he lays down with the man and the woman who have embraced each other on bed, and it's just so fucking sick-minded when you
Yeah.
see it again on the second time, and you're like, dude, he knows. He did this.
To be honest, this is the part where I can't believe I'm saying this. Spike Lee's movie kind of uh, added an interesting wrinkle to it.
How?
In this movie, it's sisters fucking. Brother and sister are fucking.
But in the Spike
Or
Lee
in the
movie, it's
it's
the
the father.
father.
Father is both fucking the daughter and the son.
I actually preferred this version, if I'm honest.
The reason I'm saying it is because it's kind of interesting to see that your father fucked you and you made this father fuck his daughter. But we'll get to Spike Lee's movies. I understand what you mean. He's incredibly. I even like the crying at the end, like when he remembers
The
his
music
sister.
in that part. Again, the second thing, the music.
The music is incredible. Whether it's
There's
classical
actually,
music.
yeah, there's actually Vivaldi tune there.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. I can't find it.
But you know, it's an incredible score. Who did the music? Music why?
Cho Young Wook. So
What else did he do?
let's see.
Let's see. He's done
Most widely known for his collaboration with
Park
Park.
Chan-wook. Okay.
Okay, he did JSA. He did
did.
Oldboy.
Did he do Handmaiden?
He did. If he
Oh my
did
god, he
Handmaiden,
did so many stuff.
yeah, he did Handmaiden too.
Yeah, which I mean, it makes sense. The Handmaiden also had a great soundtrack. The Attorney, is that the?
No, nothing. Nothing outside of Korea. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, he did a great job. A Taxi Driver. I think I've seen that movie.
A Taxi Driver.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't.
It's a semi-political movie. It's a good movie, by the way. And the music, again, the music in Oldboy is great. Which, oh my god, we'll get to Spike Lee. Because Spike Lee is one of those directors that has a really good music taste.
Oh really?
Come on, Do the Right Thing has a great soundtrack. So even Black Klansman had a great soundtrack.
Oh really?
Fuck off. But
The music is it works. Like I watched Spike's Mr. Lee's. I would now refer to him. Now on so I watched Spike Lee's movie and I was like, let's go back and see what was missing, and the first thing that hit me was the music.
Yeah.
It was like,
without the music, I mean, a lot of those horrifying scenes just become normal. The tongue cutting scene only works because of the music.
I mean, it does work on.
No, just watch it on mute. It doesn't work that well. Because, you know...
Definitely not that well. Okay, I get that.
That's a thing. That's the... All right, I'm sorry, I'm eating all
No,
the
it's
candy.
okay.
But
Help yourself.
the thing is, it's the same thing about Sergio Leone movies too. They're not as good without the music. And same is for Oldboy. It's not as good without the music.
That is true. And again, with the sound design, one of the things I really like about Park Chan-wook movies is the fact that he uses narration very wisely. Like, he's one of the very few directors I know that don't overuse narration and put it in the places that is really needed.
Yeah.
Like,
here, I think it also works because the movie has a lot of references to, like, incredibly old film noirs. That I did this. If you want to know how I got here, like that beginning of Double Indemnity, where the guy is lying in the pool and saying, "Do you want to tell me how I get? Do you want me to tell you how I get here?" And it sort of started with that.
Yeah.
And it's like, "I'm gonna tell you my story. Who are you?" Otesao. And then the story.
Yeah.
If they would have told me, it would have been 15 years. I would have been okay. I'm only saying the English version. I'm not gonna try to do the Korean one.
probably not.
Yeah, because I don't speak Korean. I mean, I can act like it the way Rich Evans acts like it, but I'm not gonna.
Oh god. So yeah, sound great. The cinematographer.
Oh.
Yeah, you can go.
No, I was gonna talk about action.
Action. The cinematographer Chung Chung-hoon, which I have fell in love with him for the past couple of months.
Oh, really? What else did he do?
He He has done most of Park
Park
Chan-wook's
Chan-wook?
movies. Yeah,
Handmaiden again?
yeah, he did
Well,
Handmaiden
again,
too.
great.
He did Me and Our Dying Girl. He did It, which I think it was the best part of the movie. He did Last Night in Soho, again, best part of the movie.
I haven't seen Last Night in Soho yet. He did Stoker.
He did Stoker. He did he has come to Hollywood and has done a lot of good movies,
including Zombieland 2.
Okay, maybe that one wasn't that good. Okay, I take
Not
it.
everything here. Hotel Artemis. That was a great movie.
I haven't watched it, unfortunately.
You should. It has
Judy Dench.
No, not
Judy Foster.
Judy
sorry,
Foster.
Yeah.
The other
The other Judy.
Judy. And it's actually a good movie. But the cinematography is great. Again, it's a postmodernistic movie, so there are a lot of places where you're pulled out of the movie. So like, oh yeah, look at this. The hammer being one of them, the calendar being another one of them, the fact that the old guy and his younger self are in the same frame is one of them. It's sort of like it tells you I'm a movie. Just be okay with father fucking. But by the way, there's this. Oh my god, I'm gonna talk about the father fucking scene for like a bit because I remember something and it sort of still makes my skin crawl. It's the fact that the girl was hurting while he was fucking her.
Yep. Because she was a virgin.
Yeah.
And
this movie fucks you up, man. Like, this movie really fucks you up.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I mean, the action is, again, beautifully shot.
And not many action scenes. Like, there are only two that I can think about.
The corridor scene, which is the more famous one. And that's the only.
No, actually I remembered a couple more. So there's the one that's when he gets out and a couple of thugs in the street attack him.
That's not.
It is an action scene.
Yeah, it's like an action shot.
Maybe.
It's like 10 seconds. Yeah, it's more. It's a minute long.
It is quite long. There's the corridor scene, obviously. There's the ending fights.
The ending fight was really mostly shot from the view of Lee Woo-jin, though. Like, it wasn't much about the action as it was about the fact that Oteso was losing.
Losing very heavily.
Yeah. But great movie. Great movie. The corridor scene is still great. Like it. Okay. We talked about all of that. Let's take a break because I want to talk about an issue I have with the movie.
누구냐 너? 옷은 마음에 들어요. 내가 누구냐? 누굴 것 같아요? 유웅삼 아니요. 이소영이 친구였나? 다른 사람. 이종용, 강창석, 황주연, 김나성, 박진호, 임덕윤, 이재평, 국수란 누구야? 너 누구야? 나요. 난 일종의 학자죠. 전공은 당신이고.
We have all the time in the world. Oh my god.
I'm gonna put that in the podcast.
Good. I don't care. Yes, that was my Louis Armstrong impression. Because of the new James Bond, which uses that fucking song. Oh my god, we need to.
We won't. Maybe we'll do actually.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I have a problem with the movie, and it's strictly about hypnotism. That really didn't make sense to me. At that point, the suspension of disbelief is so suspended that I'm like, okay, fuck, that doesn't work. I'm not talking about the ending scene. I guess that is actually a good scene. The part where he's talking about how did we do this to you? We hypnotized your daughter, and we did all of this and all of this and all of this. And I can't believe I'm complimenting Spike Lee's movie. I think the way Spike Lee did it was better. They basically just...
Actually, I disagree with you because okay, the hypnotism doesn't make any sense if you think of it as a very naturalistic movie. But this is not a naturalistic. This is
I understand what you mean, but the thing is, like, everything about the movie is, oh, it's gonna be this outrageous story in the realm of possibility. Like, you put this guy in a room for 15 years and everything feels so real, and in the middle of it, there's this sci-fi bullshit that you have hypnotized you. I think Spike Lee's movie did it a bit better in the sense that, oh no, we didn't hypnotize
his
you.
movie
We just...
was so accidental. Like, what if he went the other direction?
No,
He would have never met her.
I understand that point, but I mean it in that they sort of brought up the girl to like this sort of guy. That's the thing. I don't like the fact that the reason that the girl loves his father is because no, we hypnotized you. It's like, it's so B-movie, 80s B-movie, and I'm like, it would have been great if the rest of the movie followed that campiness, but the rest of the movie is like incredibly believable. And this part is just really suspended my disbelief. That's the only problem I have.
Maybe it's just, Park Chan-wook's mumbo jumbo bullshit that he has
Mumbo
in
jumbo.
every movie he has.
Yeah. But in this one, I don't know. I feel like because at that moment I was thrown out of the movie, and not in a good way, like with the other stuff. I was like, fuck, it doesn't work like... Hypnotism doesn't work like that. And I know this, you shouldn't look at a movie like that. But when everything else in the movie is so meticulously planned and crafted, I'm like...
I won't defend it. I get what you mean, but
You disagree with the part that I say the Sparkly movie did it better.
No, I just disagree with the part that I think you think is bullshit in general.
This plot point for me is bullshit. I think, at least in my mind, it would have been better if it wasn't hypnotism involved in getting them to fuck, It was hypnotism involved in connecting them. Like, oh yeah, we put this in you, that when you hear the song, you pass out, and then she takes care of you.
I think there's an underlying psychology to it too. Like, it wasn't done, the hypnotism wasn't done, if you think about it, in just, 1 week, 2 weeks. It was done through 15 years of work.
But still, for me it was...
Like, it's not more... it's not less believable than that movie Will Smith had with Margot Robbie. Was it Focus? I think.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember the movie?
No.
Oh.
I know what movie you mean. It was after Suicide Squad.
Yeah. No, it was before Suicide Squad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then I don't remember even that. But I wanted to just say that for me it would have been more powerful. I'm getting my bullshit train now. If they fucked on their own accord and it was like, you hypnotized me. No, I didn't. Again, that line, you hypnotized me so I forget about your sister. No, I didn't. You just forget because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, like, if that was it, like, you hypnotized me so I fucked my daughter. No. You guys just fucked. You just didn't know who you were. You see, it's so easy to
I get it.
fuck your
I
daughter.
think the story is a lot more allegorical in a sense. Like, again, for that 1.5 hour, it might be believable, but during that half hour, it just gets so much past the line of believability that you're like, and like in the Wikipedia page, it talks about the allegory and the comparison between Odysseus and Oedipus, who fucked his mother. Wait.
Oedipus the king.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oedipus fucked his mother.
Yeah.
And he didn't know. But I kind of disagree with that. I've read that. The only reason I disagree with it is because Oedipus's story wasn't about incest. It was about running away from fate. And here, fate has nothing to do with stuff.
No,
it's a revenge. It's a plot. And that's the only problem I have with this comparison. Mm-hmm. But I understand why would you come to this. The only thing, again, the only problem that I'm like, that scene in the movie where he's talking about how he hypnotized you.
Yeah, it is unbelievable, but
Yeah.
I just like it. I think it's so outlandish that
You asked me, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck John Book. But, great movie. Again.
do you think it will be a blueprint in terms of like, you know, in the future when we talk about it, we're like, oh yeah, but Oldboy did this and it did it so much better.
I mean, it has been so far. Like, not only in the Oldboy remake, but in a lot of other ways. Like, people talk about John Wick. When we were talking about John Wick, people would bring up Oldboy. That, oh yeah, Oldboy had a continuous action scene too. When people talk about revenge movies, Oldboy usually gets drummed up. Like, oh yeah, this is a great revenge movie. I think it has reached that status. And again, it's so outlandish that a lot of people, like a lot of teenagers, will probably watch it because of the nudity. I mean, that did I ever tell you how that's how I met Kubrick?
Yep.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I learned about Kubrick because Nicole Kidman gets naked in Eyes Wide Shut. If Nicole Kidman had kept her clothes on in Eyes Wide Shut, I would have never met Kubrick. I wouldn't have watched Doctor Strangelove. I wouldn't have watched Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, I guess it's a it's great on so many levels. I think.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't glorify revenge. It
Oh, yeah,
punishes it severely
On both sides.
on both sides. Yeah, it doesn't glorify incest, despite the fact that we've been talking about father fucking and stuff like that.
It doesn't glorify it in a, but it. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit of a devil's advocate here. I feel like, in a sense, the way they show Lee Woo-jin's scene with his sister, that is kind of romanticized, but I understand why
I think
they
it's
did it.
more erotic than romantic. I think.
I mean, the way they playfully, don't touch me. That's your sister's body you're touching.
I think like some people. Yeah, it's okay. I think some people
This
think.
one is orange, by the way.
Oh no, my favorite.
Oh,
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think again. What was I saying?
Is it about incest?
It's not about incest. I think many people think this story might actually have a moral. It does, there are no morals.
The only moral is don't fuck your daughter, I guess.
No, the only moral is that just, you know, keep your head down, live your life, don't mix up with other people's business. That's if you want to, you know,
I mean,
have a moral, which is a
actually,
good one.
it isn't a good moral, I think, because it's a conformist moral. Yeah, don't worry about shit. Just let it go.
So no morals, no. It's a painful story.
Yeah.
That doesn't end well. And the ending is quite awesome. That's how you do an end, Mr. Nolan. Despite the fact that I love Inception, I do hate the ending. And I think the ending into Oldboy, especially that final shot of Odesu just laughing somewhere between pain and joy, is...
He remembers.
I don't...
He remembers something.
You think he remembers?
I think he remembers. I think even if he doesn't remember exactly what he did, he remembers something that he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
But, so do you recommend...
Absolutely. Yeah. I think...
I don't think I do recommend it. Unless you're really into sister fucking.
I think, again, one of... How can South Korea have so many good directors? Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, it comes from living next to a literal
bomb.
And it's like, yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want, because tomorrow you might wake up and say, yeah, let's nuke South Korea. For those of you who don't know, South Korea's neighbor is North Korea.
In case
you didn't know.
Weren't aware of word politics.
Yeah. No, or in case you didn't know about a word association, like, where do you think North Korea is supposed to be? I don't know. I thought it was above Japan. It's like North Korea, Japan, South Korea.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah.
Bong Joon-ho, Park.
Chan-wook.
Park Chan-wook. I don't know, Kim Ki-duk.
The late Kim Ki-duk.
Yeah, there are a lot of.
The asshole. Wasn't he an asshole?
Yeah, he was a kind of a rapist, but
Yeah.
his movies are quite good.
Well,
Fuck you, South Korea.
yeah. With one director, you ruined your...
I might have actually. I mean, we can still get some. Not diplomas. What do you say? Scholarships. I'll talk about that with you later. But fuck you, South Korea. Till
Yeah.
then.
Fuck you. Anyways, let's talk.
Talking about fucking things.
Yes. Let's take a break and come back with Spike Lee. Fucking South Korea.
Who is this?
I believe that we are solely responsible for our choices, and we have to accept the consequences of every deed, word, and thought throughout our lifetime.
That was written by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, Joseph. And now, I want you to look at every
Deed, word, and thought in the course of your miserable existence. There's more coming. A formal proposal that if you are successful, Joseph, I think you will find peace. I believe you may even find happiness, perhaps with that lovely daughter of yours, Mia.
No. Mia has nothing to do with this.
Well, anyway, I'll be in touch.
Oh, God.
We're
Okay.
back.
What are your thoughts on Spike Lee?
No.
Why? Come on. Which one of his movies have you seen?
Let me just bring up his
Filmography?
yeah. So I've seen his 3 most recent movies:
Black Klansman,
Chirac and
and,
Five Bloods.
Five Blood. I haven't seen the Five Bloods yet. Oh, there is actually another one.
I haven't seen Passover. I didn't even know what.
I haven't seen it either.
I've
seen-
I've obviously seen Oldboy. I think I've seen Inside Man.
Not Malcolm X?
I've seen Malcolm X and Do the Right Thing, but that's it. I to be fair, I haven't seen many of his movies. I'm okay with the guy. Not a big fan of it as you are.
I am a big fan of him.
I think there are better black. If you want to talk about black directors, there are better black directors.
So like James Samuel.
Okay, I'm gonna plug in my fun facts now.
Oh, okay.
Did you know James Samuel is the brother of Seal?
Yes, I know.
Ah, god damn it!
I mean, James's name is Henry Samuel. He's in the fucking movie, dude. He
He
sings
is in
a
the
song.
fucking movie. He is. Anyway,
Do you know Sean Carter, the producer of The Harder They Fall, is Jay-Z?
yeah, I did know that. Through sheer luck, to be fair, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
anyway, back to Spike Lee.
I've seen a lot more of his movies. The ones I love are Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, The 25th Hour, which is incredibly good. And I've seen the rest too. I even liked Black Klansman. What's your problem with Black Klansman?
I'm nodding my head. It was just really boring.
I mean, it's...
It
Am I
was
sort of...
extremely boring and kind of like, what's this?
You mean it has a very strong message?
No.
I
It
know what you mean.
bases itself on a message that doesn't necessarily resonate with me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad to say because, like, let's not even enter those talks. First of all, let's make one thing obvious. We're not Americans. We don't
Yeah.
experience racism the same way
Americans do.
Americans do, so we can't judge it.
Yeah, again, that was what I wanted to ask you. I mean, is it possible you didn't like Black Klansman because you don't really care about Klansmen and their history?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because, okay, this is gonna sound very weird, but there is a context to what I'm gonna say. I'm kind of obsessed with KKK
In a...
in a scholarly way. Like, I understand. I really want to know
Dude.
their relationship with art.
In future, people are gonna dig up this episode. They're
Okay.
gonna take this this specific thing
Yeah.
you said and put it on Twitter and hashtag cancel Ali Khamse.
Well, the good thing is my name is so hard to spell. They will probably cancel Ali Khamesh, who that guy is. But
Anyways.
yeah, the thing is, the relationship with art is very interesting to me. That even the movie brings it up. Like, you know, Birth of a Nation. They used to show that movie at clan recruitments.
Yeah.
And it's like, why one of the most important movies in American history is literally an advertisement for KKK. And so for that, I kind of find it interesting. And I'm like, and because of that, Black Klansman really sort of speak to me. And I love the fact that it's a comedy. And so all of these Klansmen, like, you know, you always think about this. How do these racist people talk to each other? Do they sit around and say, we hate black people, we hate black people? And this movie, they literally do that. They sit around, like, the husband and wife hug each other and like, how much do you hate these black people? And it's like, it's so funny.
It is unbelievable in many senses.
Yeah, but it's like, it's so funny to...
Look, if you
Yeah.
like it, it's
No,
okay.
I understand.
What we don't like, and we're here to talk about, is Oldboy.
Yeah, Oldboy. I just wanted to say that when I heard about this movie, I watched it after the Park Chan-wook.
But, like, were you aware of it, like, during the release? Because I wasn't.
No, I wasn't aware of it during the release. Like, I watched Park Chan-wook, and someone told me, there is a remake of that. And I said, oh, let me see who. Oh my god, Spike Lee! Let's watch this. Oh my fucking god, what the fuck did you do, Spike? Spike Lee has a very strong style.
There is none of that in this movie.
Yeah.
So again, I watched this movie. We came to a conclusion before recording. It wasn't as bad as we thought it was,
Yeah.
but it was also very lacking,
On Letterboxd, I gave it 1.5 stars.
which is fair.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, it's again, if you want to watch it, like you have a determination that I want to watch this movie, despite what you've heard, go ahead. I don't think you're gonna lose much. It's shorter than the Park Chan-wook movie. It's okay. It has a good cast in it for the most part. Like,
No, it doesn't.
Brolin is doing okay. I mean, it's not his best.
He's doing his worst John Cena impression. Like, every time I see him, I think, is that John Cena, or am I, like, dreaming something?
I think he did okay with what the script he was given. I blame the script. I think.
Like, in comparison to the original
Oh no,
Odyssey.
dude, that's unfair.
But
It's literally
It isn't! Like, we're comparing apples to apples.
no, you know
No, those are apples and oranges in front of us, by the way. I just thought of
what? But I think it's kind of unfair because you're comparing your really good script with a really shitty one,
It's
and
the same thing.
it's not the same thing. That's the problem. The Spike Lee Oldboy, I think, is missing huge chunks of the story, and a lot of it feels like paint by numbers. Like, we in the original we had a corridor fight scene. In this one, it literally, like, Josh Brolin throws Samuel L. Jackson to his guys, and then cut. He comes into the frame, and the other guys come into the frame in the corridor. It's like, yeah, it's the scene.
And it's not even the same place. Like, you cut from a hotel room kind of
Yeah.
corridor to a parking lot
Yeah,
somewhere.
and like the fight ends, cut, a guy stabs him in the back with a knife.
Yeah.
Which is something that happened in the original Oldboy. And I'm like, okay, that made no sense. You only did it because the original did it. The same thing about...
By the way, did you know the knife in at least the original, was CGI?
Really?
Yeah, it is CGI. Blew
God,
your mind with that.
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, you did. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Good CGI.
yeah, definitely.
Really good CGI. Wow. Anyways, in like the original, we have the scene that the Samuel L. Jackson guy, I don't remember, it was Mr. Park, right? Yeah, Park. in the original. The guy's name was Park.
I can't remember. Yeah, probably.
The last guy.
Yeah. Park Cho-woon.
He goes and sort of touches the boobs of the girl. In this one, Samuel L. Jackson does it with the Elizabeth Olsen's ass. And it's sort of like, it doesn't make sense in Spike Lee's Oldboy, because in the Spike Lee Oldboy, the villain comes to the hero instead of the hero going to the villain.
Yeah.
And sort of, it doesn't make sense to do that. But they did it because the original did it.
Again,
And that's what I mean. It's like they hit the same bits, but they're missing a lot of the context and a lot of the story that happens in
more
between.
than that, they're missing the nuance of the story.
Of course.
Like, again, the music in the 2013 movie is terrible.
Who did it? Let's shame him.
Let's not shame him, actually,
Roque Lopez?
because I think I know the guy. Let me just check it.
Do you know him personally?
Not personally.
He did Evil Dead.
I mean, he.
Oh, the Evil Dead remake. Oh no,
The Evil Dead remake. He did The Machinist.
he did the Sexy Beast. Oh my god. Oh my god, he did The Man Who Killed Don Quixote.
So
That movie actually has like very good music.
he's not bad.
He's bad
in
in
this
this.
movie. He's bad. It's
Yeah.
a bad score. Like,
I think, again, the thing is, much like, I'm bringing it back to Tarantino, like our last movie, much like Tarantino, Spike Lee has a very good ear for using already established music, like a lot of rap music. He knows great how to do that. And Malcolm X has a great score. He's not good with creating a soundtrack for his movie, you know what I mean?
yeah, I get it.
And so it sort of felt like he was working backwards.
No, like, it's not just that. Like, the whole movie, Sean Babbitt as Bobbitt, I should say, as cinematographer, it's bad. The edit is super bad.
Yeah, editing is very awkward in this movie. Even the sexing isn't hot.
It's, if I wanted to compare one scene in particular and say why this works and why that doesn't work, is a sex scene. Like, in the original boy, it's this very weird but completely understandable man who has been in prison for 15 years and is like, of course, the first time is going to be so intense and absolutely horrifying because you're also hurting the girl, but she's enjoying it. It works on so many levels.
And the girl's a virgin.
But then in the remake, in the Spike Lee's movie, it's like
It's a normal sex scene.
they're just banging.
Yeah.
And like Elizabeth Olsen's tits are out, and you're like, I was like, is this the first movie she did naked? No, it's not, by the way.
We'll get to.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, we'll get. I need to watch first. Oh.
Anyway.
But yeah, again, if you need to watch it, go ahead. I don't think you're gonna lose much, because it's not that bad of a movie, but it is incredibly normal. And that's bad when you know where it came from. It came from a great movie like Oldboy, and it was made by a director that, like, literally has what do you say?
What, with Spike?
Yeah, Spike Lee. He's a very stylized, and it sort of makes me feel weird that, okay, what happened that a very stylized movie went to a very stylized director and the end result is so
bland.
Yeah, it's like, not even one of those crazy shots that you expect Spike Lee to do, Radio Rahim coming into the
there are
lens.
one or two, like when at the beginning of the movie when Josh Brolin is drunk and the camera is stuck to his head.
That
Josh Brolin is really bad in this movie, by the way.
I kind of disagree. I think he's good for what the movie asks him to do. I think the movie is bad.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I did believe him.
Let's talk about more important anomaly, that's Charlton Copley. Because for the life of me, I cannot understand whether he's a good actor or a bad actor.
He is chewing the scenery here. He's like incredibly over the top. It reminds me of Jeremy Irons in like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like, I am the bad guy.
Like, it is so because you don't need to be over the top for that role. You need to be snarky asshole, and he's like I don't know.
I think he's having fun.
Is he?
He seems like he's having fun. By the way, one of the funniest scenes in the movie is not him, it's his character, his younger character. Father, bang! In this version, the sister doesn't commit suicide, the father kills the family, and in this version, the father is fucking the daughter and the son. And so, okay, this scene is great, but like in an unintentionally funny way. He goes into the room. The daughter is in the bed, her father, and he starts to open her blouse. The dad pulls a shotgun and kills her. Goes out, kills the mom. For some reason, apparently the son hadn't heard these two big shotgun sounds. Goes there and he says, "Father," and starts to open his pants, and he shoots her in the shoulder. And then shoots himself, and the whole top of his head gets blown up.
Yeah.
And all of it is in one take, and it makes it so funny that nobody here. I think it was in one take.
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah,
there
are a few things that I think this movie did good, but I wish they would have done better. Like adding alcoholism to the father was an interesting idea. The original had it, but not as much. You know what I mean? Like, I think that it could have been an interesting idea.
You're just pushing it into your viewer's face instead of, giving them more nuanced feel.
The thing is, I understand the movie did a bad job with it, but I kind of like the idea that the guy who imprisoned him sort of decided to, let's feed into his addiction. Let's give him alcohol.
Yeah, I guess.
And it would have been much more interesting for me if he hadn't gone, now I'm going to be sober from now. No, keep drinking.
You know what's actually one of the weirdest things in the movie is the woman with the umbrella, yellow umbrella.
Yeah.
Like, how did you know?
50.
Yeah.
It's 20 actually in this.
20 in the American version.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I also like the bellhop in this movie. I think the room in this movie is more interesting than the room in the Park Chan-wook movie, but the room in the Park Chan-wook movie was more dirty.
The room in the Park Chan-wook movie actually there's that great poster where it is what's the quote?
If you smile, the world will smile with you. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. I think that's a thing. And I understand in this one they had the bellhop, which I liked. I also like. I think they didn't use him at all. But it would have been interesting, like this incredibly jolly black bellhop.
Maybe
the other thing I was kind of surprised to see, and don't get me wrong, again, this is going to sound wrong, this movie had nothing to do with race.
Yeah. Okay, so first, the important thing is it was supposed to star Will Smith, but it was supposed to also be directed by Steven Spielberg.
No. Take Spike Lee and take Will Smith.
Yeah, maybe that would have been a better movie.
I think because Spike Lee is very in tune about race in a way, at least in my understanding. Like, he knows how to make a racially motivated movie, and this movie had nothing in it. And I think this is a movie that actually, if you're gonna bring it to America and you're gonna talk about an injustice, you need to bring in a race.
Maybe that was the idea. Like, okay, here's the thing. I always wondered about this because, the theme of our podcast is 2 movies, 1 story, different interpretations, and I'm always like, okay, what if the second interpretation was bad? Just like the previous episode, who would have you put for this movie?
Does it have to be the same exact script?
Let's say not even the same script. Like the script in this movie is wrote by Mark Prosthetic or something.
Prosthetic.
Protasevich, which wrote
What?
I Am Legend and Thor. No, let's not do him.
If you have to remake Oldboy, like you have to, you see, this is the problem.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe you shouldn't. But the problem is, I'm gonna say, if you have to remake it, you should give it to a very postmodernistic director. And then I remember, well, what the fuck? That was Spike Lee. And they fucked that up. I would have chosen Spike Lee, but I would have forced him to write the script as well.
Okay. So Spike Lee's same director, same actors?
Definitely not.
Like Will Smith?
Not for Will Smith.
Who?
Idris Elba.
That might have worked.
Someone less charming than Will Smith, I'm saying. I'm not saying Idris Elba is less charming. I'm saying he can be less charming. He can be more intimidating.
Definitely more intimidating, that's true.
Or, I mean, he's new, and I just watched him do a great job, so Jonathan Majors would have been good.
Maybe
But in
John
2013...
David, even maybe John David Washington.
Oh, is that?
No, Denzel's too old.
In 2013, he wasn't that old, though. 7 years ago.
Maybe. I don't know. I would have gone completely opposite way. Like, if they told me, okay, who would have made your dream Oldboy? Coincidentally enough, so the original Oldboy was shown in Cannes Film Festival, which was...
I know what you mean. I know who you mean.
Which
I got it.
whose head jury was Quentin Tarantino. So yeah, I would have put Quentin Tarantino.
But he also made that sort of, which is Django Unchained.
Yeah, but again, we're talking about a hypothetical situation where
it was kind of, by the way, that was very lucky for Park Chan-wook. Like, if anyone else but Tarantino was there, they would have disqualified him. No. The minute they get to father fucking, they say nope.
But
nope.
Tarantino likes it.
Yeah, Tarantino is like, yeah, look at the legs on that girl.
I think I would have given it to him. I think he would have actually put a good twist on it. Like, here's the thing with remakes: they need to have something different. Like nothing, not by the whole by the numbers. Like, okay, imagine this is one of if they had given me Oldboy, for example. What if the daughter was actually working for the bad guy in the first place? You know?
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know. What if
the bad guy was the good guy?
Yeah, there are so many there are so many possibilities.
Oh my god, yeah, you have to keep incest because that's what gives the movie its bite. But instead of sort of the bad guy being, because of you, my sister died and all of that, they sort of okay, this is gonna be incredibly stupid because I actually don't like Harder They Fall because they do it. It's like the bad guy is the son of the good guy from a previous marriage, and he sort of puts his dad away and fucks his half sister.
Yeah, yes, this is good. In this context,
you hear that, people. You should give us the movies.
And
I promise, all of the movie would have been.
To be fair, I would have not accepted it.
Why?
Huh? A remake of Oldboy, I would even like. They've already done it. What are you doing? There's also the possibility of doing the. We're probably gonna do an episode on this, but the possibility of doing the Gus Van Sant thing, just do the exact same thing.
Shot by shot remake.
This time from, colored version to black and white version.
Yeah, that could have worked. The other person, if you're not going to go with Spike Lee and add the racial element to it, which I think they should have done, Cronenberg. Go full on gore. Like, make the movie, show all the stuff that Park Chan-wook didn't show. when he cuts his tongue, the camera is on the tongue as he cuts it. Because
not that era Cronenberg. Like this is like the year after that Robert Pattinson movie, which was gigantic flop.
Cosmopolis.
Yeah.
I mean, even in violence era Cronenberg, you had A History of Violence, which was a good movie.
Yeah.
Which sort of the same idea, revenge. Our family, but did Viggo Mortensen fuck his daughter?
No.
I don't think so, no.
No. Definitely not.
But a part of me also wants to see like the most batshit crazy version of this movie. Give it to Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, he doesn't do incest. He does?
Unless, give it to Clint Eastwood. Force him to cast his son and his daughter as the villain and his sister. Scott Eastwood, and I know his daughter is also an actress. I think so. I know she has a reality show. She had a reality show.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure she's an actress. But force him to direct his son and his daughter and all of the sex scenes in the original.
Jesus.
Tell me it wouldn't have been at least interesting to watch. Like, it would have, the movie itself probably would have sucked because Eastwood isn't a good director. But the story behind it would have been amazing.
God, I don't know. Maybe.
Who else could give it to Ron Howard? Put Bryce Dallas Howard and his other daughter. He has another daughter.
No. Put Bryce Dallas Howard and then himself.
Oh yeah,
as main character.
As the villain. Yeah, balding.
Oh Jesus! I don't know.
Let's see who.
Who
What
else?
other family members we can put?
I just found it. So, you want to do an Iranian version of Oldboy. You have Masoud Kimyai, then you have Pulad.
Okay.
And for the girl, I don't know who you're gonna do. Probably not Goosh, but
Why not?
why not?
Instead of brother and sister, it's be son and mother.
Jesus.
And all of the sex scenes are extremely explicit. Oh, but I found the best one. This is like the best. The movie would have been shit. You put Francis Ford Coppola to direct it. And Sofia Coppola. And Al Pacino as
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia. And Al Pacino as the Samuel L. Jackson guy. Like the guy they torture.
Oh no. We have gone through to a rabbit hole we're not going.
Yeah. It's fun though. But the best one is still, I think, Eastwood. Because he has a son and daughter.
Tim Burton. Helena Bonham Carter.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
God, Tim Burton's version of Oldboy would have been, to be honest, kind of interesting.
Right?
Yeah,
I know.
Again, this is the thing about a highly stylized movie, which is Park Chan-wook's Oldboy. When you see it in that style, you kind of want to see it in other people's style too. Like, I want to see what Robert Rodriguez would do with it. It probably would have been much bloodier.
Yeah.
What would David Cronenberg do? It would have been much gorier. Probably a few, like, intestines ripping scene. If you give it to Tarantino, it would have been much funnier. If you give it to Guy Ritchie, he probably would have put Jason Statham in it because...
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Actually, Statham would have been a good choice for the guy.
Is he stoic?
Yeah.
No. He's too stoic. He's too hard. No, not hard. Cold-blooded.
He's too hard.
Yeah, he
would have been good for the daughter fucking scene. I think the idea is that if you have to remake it, make it interesting.
Yeah.
And do, you want to show father and daughter fucking? Put Michael Douglas and his daughter in the movie. Put Warren Beatty and his daughter in the movie.
I just got it. I just got the ultimate casting.
Yeah.
Phil Collins, Lily Collins, Edgar Wright. There you go, Hollywood. We solved the problem.
Make Oldboy great again.
God.
Moga.
We need to do that. Now that I think of it, we need to do a hashtag every episode.
Oh,
Because that would be fun.
yeah. We're gonna make Oldboy great again?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
make Oldboy great again.
Well, do you recommend Spike Lee's Oldboy?
In all honesty, I just don't see why you should. Maybe once, if you're curious.
If you want to see Elizabeth Olsen's tits.
Okay.
In that case, buy a Mr. Skin
we
membership.
judge Charlotte Copley. What about Elizabeth Olsen? Is she a good actress or not?
That's a hard question. I like her, but I think, to me, she's like Damian Lewis. Or like Amy Adams. Good with the right circumstances. Not good all the time. Like, she's no Meryl Streep. She's no Claudia Cardinale. She's no Jeremy Irons. That are good or interesting in every situation. She's good if you give her a good script.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
While the movie's coming out, I mean, she's kind of like... No,
I haven't watched WandaVision, by the way, so I don't know.
I haven't either.
Oh, okay.
But actually, a great example is her co-star, Paul Bettany. Paul Bettany is good in a lot of movies,
Yeah, that is true.
but he's really bad in a lot of other movies. He's good in Margin Call, not so good in the Da Vinci Code.
To be fair, that's more on Ron Howard than poor Paul Bettany.
Yeah. Who thought that, oh, we're gonna do a murder mystery. Let's bring in the guy that did Splash. I don't hate Ron Howard, by the way. I kind of like Ron Howard in general. I like him, personally. I think he's a good guy.
He likes you too.
Yeah. He did Arrested Development. For that, he has my thanks.
Oh, okay.
But, you know,
No.
no. Don't make Oldboy Ron Howard. If you do, you have to fuck your daughter in it.
Vice versa.
Yeah, that's the only... This episode is gonna get that explicit mark, isn't it?
I always put the explicit mark, so, you know.
Okay. Well,
I'm kind of depressed, if I'm honest with you.
me too.
Because...
I had a good day. Like, yesterday wasn't actually a really good day, but I had a good week. Like, Wednesday, I was really happy, and then I watched The Oldboy, and I was really happy, and then I had to watch the Sparkly Oldboy. Why did you have to do that to me? We could have been talking about 12 Monkeys right now.
We might be in the future. Why do you spoil this shit? I hate you.
I love spoiling
I'll
shit.
kill you.
I love spoiling
Give me
shit.
that knife.
It's not...
No, I need a hammer, actually.
Yeah. I like spoiling shit. Did you know Kaiser Soze was Kevin Spacey?
Did you know Rami Malek was in Oldboy 2000?
Oh, yeah.
For like 10 seconds. Before absolutely being demolished.
Yeah. Who knew?
So, I mentioned Rami Malek because Ali's favorite director, Christopher Nolan, just added him to his new
Oppenheimer.
movie. Yeah, Joshua Oppenheimer's biography. It's gonna be amazing. He's gonna nuke a town. I'm just waiting to see which one.
Nuke France.
Do you think Gandhi's gonna be in the movie?
I'm pretty sure...
If you didn't get that reference, I am very sorry for you. But I mean to the viewers, not to you, because I know you got that.
Fuck off. I know this scene will happen, but I'm pretty sure the I Am Become Deaf scene will become like such a fucking... Either it's gonna be like everything the movie is hinging on that scene, or it's not gonna be mentioned at all.
Probably it's the first one.
Yeah, because, you know, he ended Dunkirk with, we will fight them in the beaches, we will fight them in the streets, we will fight and we will never surrender, the Churchill speech.
You haven't watched Tenet yet.
I haven't watched Tenet yet. Tenet, not Tenant. Tennant is actually a really good actor. I think David Tennant would have been good for the villain too.
Yeah, That's actually a good
Yeah.
point. It's better than Shelter Copley.
He had a weird face. I think that's why they chose him. To be honest, if it was me, I would have done Samuel L. Jackson as the villain. And again, but that would have made it racial.
Yeah, that would have made less sense, I guess.
I think, again, if I'm kind of feeling bad because I know Spike Lee can do good, and I'm sort of imagining this movie with a really racially overtoned story, like the guy did it, not because of just the incest, just spreading a rumor, but because like deep-seated racial issues.
Maybe that was the plan. I don't know. Like, I know
If that was the plan, they didn't do it good.
2013 was the 2013 movie had a lot of issues in production and
Yeah.
studio. Like Justin Lin was supposed to do it, Steven Spielberg was supposed to do it.
This is
these
one of the
people
movies
passed.
that has been gone through the ringer. And
Just unnecessary. In the essential meaning of it, it was whatever.
I mean,
So let's just end it on that note.
yeah.
And
I mean,
unnecessary.
yeah. What is our next episode? Should we tease it? We didn't tease it at the end of the Green Knight episode because we had no idea what it was going to be.
Yeah, that is fair. We do have a lot of ideas. Like, I'm thinking we can do MK, Mortal Kombat. We can do probably one of our future episodes at least is going to be video game related.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Either Lara Croft or Mortal Kombat.
I'd say Mortal Kombat more so because
I'm okay with that because I like, and I can talk about the Record of Ragnarok, which is a really good Mortal Kombat. That has nothing to do with Mortal Kombat, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things. Remember,
follow us on Instagram even.
yeah. And remember that the YouTube algorithm is a bitch, and it only helps the channels grow that get a lot of engagement. So engage with us, engage us, unless you're a daughter. In that case, fuck us.
And if you want to engage us, don't forget to ring. Like, I wanted 80 carats diamond, nothing less. I don't accept it.
Ah,
I'm an asshole. I know that.
no, it's okay.
Thanks for listening. This was an exhausted,
Yeah.
a very fun at the beginning and a very exhausted at the end. But
Wow.
thank you for being with us. See you
Live
next
long.
time.